And how's my hair? Sorry? I got a haircut yesterday, so.
That's nice. It looks good.
Thanks. I got into DJing when there was a rave in my high school arena. And I had no idea about raves at the time and was really like, how is this happening? And I don't know anything about this and like how to get permission and so like I just really I got drawn in by the illegal component of it. And actually like Tiga had a lot to do with raves back then. So basically it was this whole like secret kind of lifestyle that really drew me in. As soon as I heard like my first fully electronic kind of like album, and then I was hooked to that. It was Orbital, the Orbital 2, which is the Brown album, and that's a classic rave album. We broke up like 2 years ago, and I basically have been home like constantly after 4 years of straight like touring, and then we broke up and it was like from one day to the next, no more shows and just like a lot of home time. So I've been making like music and not had any sort of channel to like try it out in front of an audience. So it's really weird. It's weird to make like dance music when you're not actually like testing it out and being in that environment. Toronto is also like kind of like a tough place to be when you make dance music because people don't dance. It's weird. It's weird. You see, like Thunder Heist was just like this entity, and people liked the idea of Thunder Heist, and so like the fact that like I made the music was like, I don't think most people knew much about that. I was just like the white DJ guy. It was a serious like reality check, you know. I was just like, oh shit, like I'm really starting over. So but in a way it's good because it's like a clean slate and I can like redefine what I am. So I'm totally okay with it, but it was definitely like a complete change in like my life, really. Yeah. I can already see the effect of Turbo. Like, it's a prestigious label, so people are like have this like inclination to just check out whatever they put out. So it's really good. They're putting out a 12-inch that I did a remix for ZZT, which is Tiga and Zombie Nation.
Los Angeles.
They decided that they were gonna put it on this 12-inch and didn't tell me until I actually got it as a Google alert that it was coming out on a record, and I was like, why am I not finding this out before now? And like I didn't actually get to like make a final mix, so I had to just let it go. But you have to like listen to my first record as Nautiluss to understand how different it is from this. But basically, yeah, I was just going through this phase where I was really anti DJs and, you know, hype and all this stuff. So I made this really mellow record, and then so to counter that, I was like, okay, my next thing, like I want it to be like kind of a banger kind of thing. So just so that I could reset the expectation bar, because I'm not a one-trick pony. It was awesome. Like we toured together when he was doing the Black Ghosts with Fake Blood, and it was just like he emailed me and he said, I'm doing this solo project and I want some like production for it, and he hit me up. He hit up Untold, Cosmin TRG, Lukid, like all these really cool, like mostly European producers. And I actually had written Ultraviolet like a couple weeks before that, and when I wrote it, I had written this vocal melody for it that was completely falsetto, and in my head was like Tom York, like Destined. That was like the first thing and the only thing I sent him, because I was like, oh my god, like he's gonna do something really amazing. And I sent it to him, and like less than a week later, he sent me back exactly the final product. Starting to like come together, you know, it takes some time. I do not want instant hype. Like, I'm avoiding like making music that is too trendy, you know. Like, I don't want that because I think instant hype is a curse. It really is. Like, I mean, I went through it, and like I've watched other people go through it, and it's like the faster you rise, the faster like things fall, you know. So like I'd rather build slowly and you know what I mean, like just be honest with people. Yeah, basically Turbo is putting out my first record in early April, and then there will eventually be an album, but we're just kind of, it's a new project. Nobody really knows me, so like there's no reason to put out an album until people are sort of like excited for it. So we're just gonna put out some singles and see how it goes.
How are you guys feeling?
Do you want us to hold it?
Is it open? Yeah, live. What's up? CGM Kunku Radio.
Me and Julian started first in 2007, about September 2007. We wanted to do an electro rap group.
Oh, okay.
Julian was the rapper. I was the guy
morceaux très
who...
beaux dans ta garde-robe. Je parle des pièces, on couture petit, oublie le kid de Doug, un après l'autre.
No, okay, I've got to stop.
That's a song about like wearing suits.
That's why it stopped. That's why it stopped. Pretty awesome. And we, you know, after a long trip, Patrick came to join me in Barcelona, and over there we just started more talking about music, and we're like, maybe we should do something, because it was really at that time where Justice was getting more and more popular, and we saw them when we came back, and we just like tried to do a couple of stuff, but we weren't sure where to go with that, and we weren't DJing at that time. And Mark was in Kingston, and he was DJing there. I'm, you know, like me, I was finishing law, Patrick was finishing business, and Marc-Andre masters in international business also. A year ago I finished the bar school, well, law and articling, and then I worked in an office, and then I was like, fuck that shit. And at that point where we like kind of quit our day jobs, me and Patrick, we just decided to do more and more music, and we were DJing. We were DJing more and more, and with Mark, it just, you know, made sense to push it seriously. So what happened was we started Cannibalen at Belmont, then Cannibalen got really big in Montreal. After a year, for the 1 year anniversary, we did Cannibalen Records. We tried to put to force the crowd to enjoy music, our music from artists that played at Cannibalen, that produced for Cannibalen Records, and it worked. So we transferred all of our crowd towards the label, and now we're seeing it picking up. And then at some point, what we want to do is for every artist on the label to be an international recognized act, you know. So that's the goal. And you know, for us playing here, it gives us recognition, but it also gives recognition to our label that we started here in Montreal, gives recognition to the city, to the artists that play for us. So Cannibalen will keep on being like a Montreal thing, but we want to export it. So that's the like logical steps we're taking right now. Cannibalen Records is a little bit of a platform to give young up-and-coming artists a platform where they can get better, develop themselves. We can help them with their branding, with their connections and everything. Like, we're still a young label, so we cannot offer what the big one give to an artist at first. But yeah, it's just for Montreal. We have some artists from Toronto also that are young and upcoming. So yeah, we just try to help them and give them some more exposure. And hopefully what happens with us and the label, everything grows together towards something better for everybody. Patrick,
Way back.
we've known each other since we were 5. I was cooler than him in pre-garden school or whatever, and I wouldn't lend him my Legos, so he was pissed at me till he was like 10. Then we became best friends. We did a lot of stuff when we were young together. We sports, video games, everything.
First
Julien-
sexual experiences.
What?
What?
Together.
No, no.
I
right,
guess
right,
I was
no,
there,
no.
but I didn't know. Anyway, and then
Did I just say
Julien
that?
went to high school with that. I mean, Julien went to high school with us.
With that, with the lesbians?
No,
I went to we went to Jean Brébeuf together. So we're like
He's playing it.
preppy boys. He's playing niggas in Paris. This is like, of course, the biggest step we took in Montreal. It's a big statement for us, and playing right before Diplo to sold out Igloofest. It's it's fun. It's really fun.
it's a big deal. It's like a culmination of everything we've done in the last 2 years, and then we were like, it's really cool. It's like rewarding.
When you want to do a big party in a big venue right now, you have to book an international act, and that's okay. But Montreal artists are not enough recognized for what they do, and I think you don't have to stop booking international artists, but there's definitely place for and more place for Montreal artists here. And if we put more efforts in putting them up front as main acts on big stages, this will in big venues, that will push the city towards like being a trend-setting city for music, EDM, like electronic music. And
Yeah. Like right now, we decided to maybe stop playing with bigger acts because it gave us a lot of exposure. It's really cool, but at the same time, we want to develop our own show, our own name. So we're taking more time to like go into the studio, produce together, put more time into the label.
we had like good events. Like Wolfgang Gardner was so much fun, and
Avicii was crazy.
Avicii was crazy. We and it was good, but we did it for 1 year, and now the step is like we're in the studio right now, and that's what we want to do: produce more and more beats that can push our band outside of the borders.